Good morning, everybody. Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Thursday, February 23rd. Well, thought maybe as we were sitting here right now, I'd have some breaking news for you as far as the USDA Outlook Conference goes, but as of now, there's no numbers to go and portray to you. I will say, however, that what the trade is looking for is smaller grain acreage versus a year ago, that being wheat and corn versus an increase in beans. And the number for the beans is in the neighborhood of around 88 million acres, 91 million for corn, and 47 million acres for all wheat. So we'll see what happens as we go forward. We're also looking at still somewhat adequate carryout stock numbers going forward for the 17-18 marketing year. We're still looking in the neighborhood of around 400 million bushels of beans. If we have good weather going forward, in the neighborhood of around 2.2 billion bushels of corn and a little bit or around 1 billion bushels of wheat, all which is still in a non-bullish environment, once again going forward in two factors, that we in the U.S. get everything planted and have good weather, and the number two, South America, which is in good states right now, goes and produces their crop, harvests it, and starts selling it, and it takes into the competition away from the U.S. So I guess what you go and ask yourself is that what does that mean price-wise as far as futures goes? In my mind, it still kind of keeps prices suppressed underneath $4.50 in the wheat, kind of underneath $4 in the corn. And now here we are also, which is probably going to be more important, which we talked about yesterday, is underneath and or pushing the $10 level in the soybeans. Because once again, the open interest took another huge hit yesterday. It was down another 9,000 in the soft red winter wheat, down 5,000 in the corn, down 11,000 in the beans, 5,900 in the meal, and down 1,700 contracts in the soybean oil. And the reason why I bring that up is because we'll also get another commitment of traders report that comes out tomorrow. And we've seen over the past 2 or 3 weeks where the commitment of traders report showed where the funds still manage money specs have sizable net long positions in the beans, meal, and oil, and built up a net long position in the corn. But what also be interesting also is that we saw where the managed money overtook the soybean oil in the meal, and if the corn guy doesn't want to do that in the soybeans, if we find out that the acreage numbers are going to be less for corn going forward versus the beans, and we find out that the beans start to lose to the corn. Other than that, the overnight trade kind of reflected that. The overnight trade had this corn and wheat down roughly a penny, the beans down 4 cents, the meal market down around $1, and the soybean oil market around 30 points lower. So once again, a non-bullish environment. We'll see what the USDA has to say on their Outlook conference. Export sales tomorrow, commitment of traders report. Most importantly, option expiration, first notice day next week on Tuesday, end of the month. Liquidation seems to be the key. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.